First thing we're going to discuss is the next several weeks of class. Today we're going to be working on Module 7. In Module 7, PowerPoint 2-4, the pause and practice. And then for homework, it would be PowerPoint 3-1, pause and practice. And that homework will be due by 4/18 or April 18th at 11:59 p.m. The next couple of weeks, as you can see, there's nothing to prepare for besides working on any missing assignments, and you just be working on any makeup assignments, any missing assignments, the PowerPoint assessment. That's what's going to be done in the next couple of weeks of class. So pretty much this will be the last sort of lecture that we have in this class. The next 2 weeks will be pretty much making up any missing assignments. Any questions? All right, so as I stated before, we're going to be working on PowerPoint 2-4 pause and practice assignment. To get to that, you go into the module section of this class, go down to Module 7, assignments, practice exercises, and we'll be working on this right here. And in your book, it's page 846. In this activity, you will be creating charts for CGL landscaping. We're going to use this file and this file as well. Down. All right, so I'm going to right mouse click on it, save link as, and I'm going to create a new folder for this. PowerPoint pause practice 2-4. And I'm going to put that file and that other file in here. Let's see, save link as. Yeah, I'll put that in there as well. So I have both of my files saved. Down a little bit, minimize that. All right, so we're going to go in here and we're going to start with step number 1, which says open the file, the presentation file, your initials, space PP, space 2-3, and save it as your initials, space PP, space P2-4. So we didn't do anything with this previously. I could have just renamed it here actually before I even opened it, but I'm going to go in here, enable editing, get it out of protective view, and I'm going to go to file, save as, we'll put it in the same spot, and we're going to name it, it's my initials, space PP, space P2-4, and hit enter. And so you see that the new name is up there at the top. Step 2 says create a 3D pie chart. Select slide 6, cost distribution. So I'm going to look at the slide navigation panel right here. I'm going to scroll down to slide 6. That's 2A. 2B says click the insert chart icon on the placeholder. So insert chart, it's right there. 2C says select the pie chart type, then select the 3D pie layout, click OK. So I'm going to select pie chart, and it wants me to select 3D. So I'm just going to hover over the one till I get to 3D pie, which is that. I'm going to click that, and you see you get a idea of how it's going to look. And then I'm going to click OK. 2D says replace the spreadsheet sample data with the data in the following list. Point to the top of the column and then click and drag the splitter to resize the column. So it wants me, after I enter the data, I'm going to slide everything over so everything fits properly. So I'm going to go ahead and type in what's in 2D and then move forward. So as you see, when I'm typing things into the chart, you'll see things change in this pie chart down here. So I just did trees shade so far. Next, I'm going to do trees ornamental, and the cost is 450. So you see it changed it again. And the next one is shrubs, and that cost is 400. So you see, as I'm typing in the information, you can see the change happening in the chart. And then, so there's 5 things that we need to put in here. Well, perennials, and those are 360. And then the last one, hydro seeding square foot, and that cost is 800. All right, so now I'm just gonna auto fit everything. Actually, I just need to auto fit that one, not this one. All right, so that takes care of step 2. Step 3 says resize the spreadsheet window so you can proof all entries. Be sure all chart data is selected. Okay, it looks good. So I'm comparing it with figure 2-104 in the book, and it looks good. So 3 is done. Close the spreadsheet for step 4. I close the spreadsheet. Step 5 says format the 3D chart. 5A says delete the cost chart title in the chart area because it duplicates the slide title. So it's telling me to go here. You see when I hover over the word cost here, you see it says chart title. So this is what it wants me to delete. The reason why it wants me to delete that is because the slide heading is called cost distribution. So this is a little redundant. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to hit the delete key. 5B says click style 3, go to chart tools design tab, chart styles. So I'm going to go to chart tools design. I'm going to go to the chart styles group, and it says select style 3. So I'm going to click the drop down so I can see everything. And I'm just going to hover over everything that's style 1, style 2, style 3. 5C says verify that chart area is selected, and to get the chart area you go to chart tools format tab. So chart tools format tab, current selection group, and you see in the chart elements section, which I'm hovering right over right now, you see it says chart area. So we're gonna did that, click the shape fill button, which is located in the chart tools format tab, shape styles group. So we go to chart tools format tab, and then go to shape styles and click the shape fill and I'm going to select no fill. So you see, if I select away from it, I'm going to select no fill. So there's no fill. All right, that takes care of 5C. 5D says click the shape outline button, which is located on the chart tools format tab, shape styles group. So same area, chart tools, format tab, shape styles group, and click shape outline, and it tells me to get rid of the outline. 5E says from the drop down list, select the series cost data labels, which is located on the chart tools tab, current selection group. So chart tools, format tab, current selection. And it wants me to select series cost selection group. So I'm going to click the drop down arrow, go down to series cost data labels. I'm going to select that. So you see, once I make that selection, look at the data labels. You see they have 4 dots around them. That lets you know that all 5 of these data labels are selected. All right, so we did that and increase the font size to 20 point. So I need to go to my home tab, font group. Right now it's set to 13.3. I need to change that to 20. So you see, as I hover over the different sizes, you see the changes make, but we're going to set this to 20 points like it says in the directions. 5F says click the legend and increase the font size to 20 point. So let's see. If I go back over to my chart tools format tab, go to my current selection group, and I'm going to select legend, and the legend's right here, so I already know what's going to happen. So you see, once I selected legend in the current selection group, you see it puts it puts an outline on it with some dots around it. That lets me know that that is selected right now. I'm going to change the font size. I'm going to go to the home tab, the font group. Right now it's set to 12. I need to change that to 20. So you see the font size got a little bit bigger. 5G says click and drag the legend to the upper right of the chart area. So I already have it selected. The legend is selected. And you see that it says legend when I'm hovering over it right now. So it wants me to move it up a little bit more. So about right here. Yeah, about right there. 5H says from the drop down list, select the plot area, which is located in the chart tools format tab, current selection group. So let me go back over to the chart tools format tab, current selection group, and I need to select the plot area. So you see the plot area, it just selected the plot area. Drag the center sizing handles to increase the plot area height so it matches the chart area height. The pie will be larger. So if you look at figure 2-5, that shows you exactly how it should look. So let's see. All right, that looks good. Select the single slice for trees. So single slice for trees, that's the 13. So one thing you need to understand, right now I have all of these labels or these pie slices selected by just single left clicking on it. If I single click on the trees ornamental another time, now I only have the trees ornamental selected. You see the little circles are only around the trees ornamental slice. And explode that slice by dragging it slightly down. So now I'm going to take it out. I'm just holding down my left mouse key and I'm moving it down just a little. So you see it just exploded it from the rest of the pie chart. All right, so that takes care of step 5. I'm going to go ahead and do a Control S to save. Step 6 says create a clustered column chart. 6A says select slide 7, tree size cost comparisons. Click the insert chart icon on the content placeholder. So in my slide navigation pane, I'm on slide 6 right now. I'm going to move down to slide 7, tree size cost comparisons. And in the placeholder, I'm going to select insert chart. 6B says click the clustered column layout and click OK. So I'm already on the column chart section and it already has the clustered column chart selected. So I'm just going to click OK. 6C says replace the spreadsheet data with the following data. All right, I'm going to enter all of that data in here. Willow Oak. Just as it did with the pie chart, you'll see as I'm typing in the information in the spreadsheet, you see a change in the chart. 200, 375, 500, autumn, maple, 50, 350, 500, Bradford, pear, 95, 125, 150, light, wood, 85, 115, 150, dynamite, 90, 120, 150. All right, I think that's everything for 6C. 6D says close the spreadsheet. If you need to check the data, click the Edit Data button in the Chart Tools Design tab, Data Group. So we go here. If we close it, so if we wanted to reopen that chart, we go to Chart Tools Design, go to the Data Group, and select Edit Data. And you see it put the chart back up there, or the spreadsheet back up there, but we have everything correct in there, so I'm going to close that out. Delete the chart title in the chart area. So again, I can actually select, let's see, chart title. So I did it the long way instead of just clicking on chart title. I went into chart tools format, current selection group, and I selected chart title. And I'm going to hit the delete key. 6F says change the chart style to style 8. That's located in the chart tools design tab, chart styles group, which has a dark fill for the chart area. So let's go to our chart tool designs tab, chart styles. I'm going to drop down and I'm going to guess that that's style 8. So there's two that have a dark background. So style 8 is right there and style 12, but because it told the directions told me to use style 8, that's what I'm going to use. So that takes care of step 6. I'm going to go ahead and do a Control S to save. I can always also save by clicking on the save button in the quick access toolbar. And I can also save it by going to File, Save. Step 7 says add chart elements. 7A says click the chart element button on the right side of the chart to display the list of elements. You can look at figure 2-106. So I'm going to hover over these things. So you see that's chart elements right there, the plus sign. The paintbrush is chart styles, and the little funnel looking thing icon is chart filters. But it tells me to select chart elements. So I have chart elements selected, and it's 7B says select the following. Axis, that's already selected. Axis titles. So as I'm clicking on this stuff, look at the chart. You'll see some new things be added. So axis title, data table, grid lines, that's already selected, and legend, that's already selected. So as I'm selecting them, I'm checking them off on the instructions so I don't confuse myself. If they are not already selected, the data table automatically appears below the columns. So that takes care of step 7. Step 8 says adjust chart formatting by selecting the following elements in the chart area. If necessary, confirm that you have the correct elements selected by going into the Chart Tools Format tab, Current Selection, and clicking the Chart Elements drop down. 8A says select the vertical value axis title, rotated text on the y-axis, and edit the text by typing tree cost. So I can actually double click on this right here, but just to follow the instructions, go to Chart Tools Format, Current Selection, and select the vertical value axis, which it was already selected. So I'm going to double click on that and delete the wording that's in there, and I am going to type tree cost. All right. All right. 8B says select the horizontal category axis title, the x-axis below the data table, and press delete. So I'm going to go ahead and click on axis title, and I'm going to click delete. All right. 8C says select the legend and press delete. 8D says drag the chart area center sizing handle to increase the height. Adjust the chart area size height 5 inches and width 5 inches. Go to Chart Tools Format tab. So I need to select chart area. So I know that it's selected because I'm looking at the outline with the squares, and I can also look at the chart elements in the Chart Tools Format current selection. So I know that I have the chart area selected. So I need to change the size, the height, and the width. So I need to go to Chart Tools Format tab, go over to the size group, and I need to change the height to 5. Yep. So you see the height's changing, and I need to change the width to 11.5. So you see it got a little bit wider. 8E says move the chart area up slightly so that the blank space above the chart area is even. So I'm going to move it up. So it looks It looks kind of even with the bottom. Move it down a little bit. So I'm looking at this space right here in between the the slide title, and I'm looking at the bottom, and that looks about even. 8F says select each of the following chart elements and click Shape Fill. Chart Tools, Format tab, Shape Styles group to change the colors. Figure 2-107 shows you exactly how it should look once it's done. So the chart area, I already have the chart area selected. I need to change the shape fill to gold accent for lighter 60. That's accent 4, but we need a lighter 60. There it is. Oh, that's terrible. Pretty sure we're going to change the font color because I can barely see that. The plot area, so I'm going to select the plot area. That needs to be changed to white background 1. White background 1. All right. Large series. All right. That needs to be changed to green accent 6, darker 50. Green, darker 50. S25. All right. Medium series, green accent 6. So let's go ahead. I can just click on here. I know that's the medium series. And we need to change that to green accent 6. And the small series is green accent 6, lighter 60. All right. Green. That's 80, 60. All right. So I'm going to compare that with figure 2-107. All right. That looks right. Change the text color and sizes. Select each text element and change the font color to black text 1. Oh, looks like I gotta select. I think I got everything selected. All right. Increase the font size of the access title to 20. I think it's already 20. Nope, it's 12 right now, so I need to change that to 20. Increase the table text and access numbers to 18. All right. That takes care of step 8. So I'm going to go ahead and do a Control S or save. All right. Create another clustered column chart. Select slide 8, which is labeled growth potential. So that's slide 8. We're on slide 7 right now, so I'm going to click slide 8 and click the end. Oh, so it doesn't have the little placeholder or content holder in the middle, so I'm going to have to do it the way I normally do it, which is go into the Insert tab, Illustrations group, and select Chart. and it already has the cluster column selected. So I'm going to click OK. And that takes care of 9A, 9B. Replace the spreadsheet data with the following data. So I'm going to go ahead and enter some new data. So first of all, I need to get rid of these columns because those aren't used. All right. And in series 1, we're going to change that to height. Legacy sugar maple, and that is 80. Willow oak, 60. Autumn blaze maple is 50. Bradford pear is 35. White dogwood is dynamite maple. All right. So that takes care of 9C. 9D says delete the extra columns in the spreadsheet so that the chart columns on the slide can expand in the available space. You can look at figure 2-108, which I already deleted them. All right, we took care of that. Select spreadsheet, column D, column C, headings, and the entire columns are selected. Right click. Yeah, I already did that. So that takes care of 9D. Verify that the data correctly selected and adjust spreadsheet borders if necessary. So I'm going to do that. So everything looks good. Scroll back up. All right, that takes care of 9D all the way. Let me check off everything on 9D. 9E says close the spreadsheet. The chart area is not as wide as in the previous chart because you inserted the chart directly on the slide rather than inserting it through a content placeholder that had different proportions. So I'm going to go ahead and close the spreadsheet. And you see it's right now it's too big. So we're gonna adjust that. Step 10 says format the chart. 10A says delete the chart title and the legend. So I'm going to go format, chart title, delete, legend, delete. All right, that takes care of 10A. 10B says resize the chart area so that the height is 5.5 inches and the width is 10 inches. Chart tools, format tab, size group. So chart tools, format, we go to the size group. We need to change this to 5.5 and change the width to 10. Position the chart evenly on the slide. So this is where I move it down. And we want it right there. You see as I'm moving it, you see the dotted lines. That lets me know that it's centered. All right. See, that takes care of 10C. 10D says click the More button located in the Chart Tools Design tab, Chart Styles group, and change the chart style to style 14. So let's go to Chart Design tab, Chart Styles group, and we're going to change this to style 14. 13, 14. Make sure that's 14. Yep. 10E says select the columns and change the color to green accent. So green accent 6. 10F says change font colors and sizes as follows. Vertical value axis, black text 1, bold, and 20 point. All right, that takes care of step 10. Step 11 says select the chart area and apply a picture fill. From the drop-down list, select chart area, which is located in the Chart Tools Format tab, current selection group. Click Format Selection to open the Format Chart Area pane. 11B says select picture or texture fill. Let's do that again. Chart area selected. Why does it keep doing that? Ew. We have to be changing this transparency. All right, 11D, change the transparency percentage to 60%. Okay, figure 2-109 shows you how it should look. Close the format chart area pane. So close this. Step 12 says click the transitions tab and then select the wipe transition with the from left effects. Click apply to all. Let's go to the timing group. Select the white. There it is. All right, that takes care of step 12. Save and close your presentation. Figure 2-110 shows you how all the slides should look. So I'm going to go ahead and save and do a little preview to see if I did it right. Let's do it again. Let's run through it all the way through. Let's go here. All right, that takes care of PowerPoint 2-4. Pause and practice.